I'm here today with Patricia Thome, Cedarburg's mayor. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Um, we've lived in Cedarburg forever. We've lived in
Mm-hmm.
Cedarburg since the late 70s,
Okay.
and we raised our three kids here. Um, I have been very, very involved with the community for
Mm-hmm.
many, many years. I was on the school board back in the 90s, early 2000s, and that's why I came in through the district office because I had to say hello to people.
Yeah.
And um, just have progressed through the community with a lot of different activities
Mm-hmm.
to end up being mayor.
Where were you initially from? Because you weren't from Cedarburg,
No,
right?
I've lived everywhere, so
Really?
no particular home. If any if I call an area home, it's probably the Northwest Seattle area.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
So, and then remind me again, why did you move to Cedarburg?
my husband was transferred back to Wisconsin for his first job opportunity after he got his master's,
Mm-hmm.
and we chose Cedarburg.
Yeah.
We became familiar with it through some friends of his,
Oh, okay.
so it was perfect.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fun.
we've been here a long time.
Yeah. How have you noticed Cedarburg evolve throughout the years?
Well, I'm here, looking at the high school. I'm looking at
Mm-hmm.
the district buildings, just even the changes that have occurred within the buildings themselves. At one point, Cedarburg, West Lawn. I don't know if any of you went to West Lawn. West Lawn was closed for a few years,
Mm-hmm.
and it was when one of my daughters was there. She ended up going over to Thorson then. So we've had a lot of evolution, and you continue to see that within the school district as
Mm-hmm.
far as class sizes going up and down. We've seen manufacturing companies um, evolve out of Cedarburg as time has gone on, which isn't our preference. We'd really like to keep an industrial base here. From an evolution perspective on Cedarburg, it certainly has grown as every community grows. It has. Um, we're very, very concerned about making certain that we preserve our
Mm-hmm.
downtown historic district, the historic nature of our community. And so as it's grown, that's always been in the top of everyone's mind from way
Mm-hmm.
back, Stephen Fisher, who was a well-known mayor, on through I think every community leader since then.
So you're just kind of talking about preserving the history while also creating new opportunities, especially for high school students. I know that throughout the years, the amount of opportunities that I've had, especially, have like continued to double and
Yes,
double.
yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the curriculum, the expansion of the curriculum is amazing. To have this, it's astounding.
Yeah.
To see the tech area, the new tech. I'm one of those parents and school board members who, from way back forever, and every superintendent since, including Dr. Clark, will tell you that one
Mm-hmm.
of the first things I say when I meet them is that um, there are so many amazing opportunities for
Mm-hmm.
students in that don't necessarily need a university education. Um, honestly, you can be the top of your class, and that's not where your interest or your skill levels are.
Mm-hmm.
They may well be in more of a technical area. And I'm pleased that the district has really enhanced that portion of our of our building and of our staff.
Yeah.
It's really important, and I think the biggest thing was educating parents that this was an important need, and I think parents are getting it. They're understanding
Mm-hmm.
that there are many, many, many opportunities out there, and your child needs to follow. This is just me talking, but your child needs to follow where their their skills and their interests are.
And then you are a member of the Greater Cedarburg Foundation. How did you become involved in that?
I I volunteered. There's an annual fundraiser at the gala
Mm-hmm.
every year, and I volunteered on the gala committee for several years, and then ultimately became a member of the board. And it's usually 2 3 year terms, so a board member is traditionally on for 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then I rolled off a few years ago, but continue to just be a volunteer, and I don't think I've ever been on involved with an organization that had almost entire board participation. The fundraisers that we did, the galas that we did, the civic events that we do that's coming up in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just so impressive how the board members all pitch in and help, and that's amazing.
Hmm.
Part of Cedarburg is just the volunteer nature of our
Oh,
community.
for sure.
We are a volunteer community,
Hmm.
so.
And then throughout the years, you've been continuously involved in various roles within the community, ranging from mayor, Greater Cedarburg Foundation board member, Cedarburg and Rotary Club leader, the driving force behind the CPAC, and so much more. Can you highlight a specific experience that details the importance of community involvement for you?
The PAC is
The
it. It's
CPAC.
back when my son, who's um, probably older than your parents, okay, when Fred was in 8th grade, I was one of the parents who was working to create, at that point in time, we called it an auditorium for the high
Hmm.
school because the kids used to be in the old gym um, performing on the stage. And then the pit for a musical was behind a black curtain in folding chairs sitting down below the stage. Um, and so we, as parents, started working heavily on referendums, and we did that a few times. And then several of us formed an organization called Applaud Cedarburg, and it was a nonprofit that we started creating interest in the community um, to donate to the nonprofit. And then at the same time, I was on the school board, and we took it to referendum. And so we were so fortunate that it passed. In those years, we also created a group called Encore, and I right now I'm totally drawing a blank. It's the parent support group for the fine arts. Oh, I'm totally drawing a blank. But they changed the name from Encore.
Okay.
But that came from those parents who were really working to try to create, at that point in time, a venue here.
I mean, you really created so many opportunities for
Oh,
not only
not just me. I
students.
mean,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. This was really a community effort to create that
Mhm.
venue, and it just celebrated its 25th anniversary a
Oh.
year ago.
Mhm.
So it's exciting. I go in there and my heart is there. It's my building.
Yeah.
My heart is there. I
Oh.
love the building. I was lucky enough to be on the school board when it was built, and so I was in all the construction meetings, and
Mhm.
it's a very cool building.
It is a beautiful
Yeah,
space.
we're
Yeah.
lucky to have it.
Yeah. You are the first female mayor in the
Hmm.
city's
Hmm.
history.
Hmm.
Yes. Tell us about your role as mayor and what it means to you to be the first female in this role.
I think the biggest thing is, well, I was very prepared coming in because I was lucky enough that I had been on the council for 10 years. I was on the plan commission for 12 years. I was volunteering, and I knew the staff, I knew the
Mhm.
city, and so when I ran for mayor, never in my mind was I ever thinking about being the first female mayor. That was not
Mhm.
something that I would promote. It was I'm 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 a great candidate. I mean, for
Mhm.
whatever it's worth.
Yeah.
But I had the expertise and experience, and so
Mhm.
that was really important. And I'm fortunate that I'm able to be mayor. We have incredible staff. We have City Hall is filled with really hardworking people, but then
Mhm.
everywhere you go, you see those yellow trucks or the maroon
Yes.
trucks or the light and water trucks, which are white. And it's all our staff and our people out there working every single day.
Mhm.
Um, it's just it's an amazing community. We're really lucky.
Mhm.
And from the first female perspective, I don't think about that. I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
cool,
It
but I
is
don't think
cool.
about that.
Yeah. You think
So
of your community first
it's
and
we have
helping
an
it.
amazing community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we really do. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add to this interview?
I'm excited that you guys, at this point in time, I look at my oldest or my youngest child graduated in
Mhm.
2000,
Yeah.
and that means I'm really old, guys. But but when I look at what she had available, the IMC had been built. I mean,
Mhm.
the IMC was here at that point in time. But when I look at what she had available to her as opposed to what you guys have available, it's night and day. She's
Oh
a special
yeah.
ed teacher in Ashwaubenon. I mean,
Okay.
the opportunities that she has as a teacher are so completely different
Mhm.
than what our teachers had here, 25 years ago or whatever it was. I'm proud of the district.
Oh yeah.
I'm proud of the city. I think that this is a great place to live. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. And hopefully, when you guys graduate and do whatever you're going to do, hopefully, maybe you'll come back at some point in time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I know. As a student, really the the limits are endless. We can do whatever we set our minds to. You have done amazing. Thank you so much for your time here. I've really learned a lot about Cedarburg, what plans you have going on, what challenges, what opportunities, the sense of community that Cedarburg really exhibits. Thank you for your time today.
Of course. Of course.